5 Military Technology Trends to Watch in 2022. When the Department of Defense released its fiscal year 2023 budget, it earmarked a record $130.1 billion for research and development. Secretary of Defense Lloyd Austin explained that the budget increased because, "We know we need to get better at advanced technology, cyber, space, and artificial intelligence." While keeping a close eye on the war in Ukraine and rising tensions in other parts of the world, the military is putting more and more attention on technological solutions that could give them an edge. Here are 5 technological innovations that are transforming the way militaries around the world are preparing for conflict in the 21st century. Number 1. Robotics. The market for military robots is expected to reach $24.2 billion by 2025. That's a compound annual growth rate of nearly 11%. Last year, according to reports, the U.S. Department of Defense spent $7.5 billion on robotic platforms and technologies. Military robots are valuable in combat for a variety of reasons. The most obvious reason is that robots can take risks that could hurt or kill people. Robots also have capabilities that humans don't. For example, the ability to stay awake 24/7, and the ability to process information in an instant. Robots can climb stairs, be submerged in water up to nearly 5 feet, and pick themselves up if they fall over. In the US, robotic dogs are being used to patrol some military bases and provide support to Air Force service members. Many countries already use man-in-the-loop systems, which are robotic weapons systems that are controlled by a person with a remote. Ghost Robotics, which makes the robot dogs, recently showed off a version of the self-driving robot that was armed. This new robotic technology offers numerous opportunities, but there are concerns, too. Many people around the world oppose autonomous weapon systems, including the governments of New Zealand and Austria. Austria is one of 30 countries that support a ban on lethal autonomous weapons. However, the United States does not support a ban on these robots. Number 2. Hypersonic systems. The first hypersonic missiles to be used in combat were launched into Ukraine by Russia in mid-March. Hypersonic objects move at a speed that's 5 or more times faster than the speed of sound, which is 761 miles per hour. Hypersonic missiles can fly at low altitudes and change direction in the air, which makes it hard for current missile defense systems to keep track of them. Russia, China, and the United States have been racing to build their own hypersonic weapons systems, focusing both on missiles for attacking and systems for defending against foreign attacks. In 2022, the Pentagon spent $3.8 billion on hypersonic research, and for 2023, it wants to spend $4.7 billion. Private U.S. companies are also racing to develop hypersonic technology. One new company, Hermeus, is making a hypersonic plane that can be controlled from a distance. The U.S. Air Force gave Hermeus a contract to figure out how their technology could be used in a fleet of planes used by the president. Number 3. Cyber warfare. In today's world, cybersecurity is a matter of national security. In recent years, cyber attacks have become more and more warlike, threatening citizens and bringing about major disruptions. There is a lot of ambiguity and room for denial, which makes it hard for defense officials to stop attacks and make quick decisions after an attack has started. In 2021, a cyber attack focused on a Florida water plant threatened to poison residents by adding dangerous amounts of lye to the drinking water. Hackers and cyber terrorists, acting in official capacities for other countries or acting on their own, have shown the ability to take down critical infrastructures, like electric grids and communication systems. One expert believes that cyber criminals would only need to take out 9 substations in order to knock out the electric grid for the entire United States. The military is deploying a variety of personnel and organizations aimed at defending against cyber attacks and launching attacks of their own. The U.S. Cyber Command was formerly part of the National Security Agency but is now an independent military command. Number 4. 3D printing. The Department of Defense released its very first strategy for 3D printing in January 2021, which calls for the military to use 3D printing in order to modernize systems, increase readiness, and enhance innovation. The U.S. Army is utilizing 3D printing to manufacture new forms of munitions. They anticipate seeing higher velocity, longer range, and increased penetration in munitions made with this technology. The Army also has plans to use 3D printing to create a military truck exterior in one giant piece. The U.S. Navy has a plan in which suppliers who are having trouble keeping up with demand partner with 3D printing manufacturers who can take over production. Number 5. Directed energy weapons. Directed energy weapons use technology that generates a beam of concentrated electromagnetic energy, or atomic or subatomic particles. Directed energy weapons, in simple terms, turn electrical or chemical energy into concentrated energy that is sent out in waves. Unlike other weapons, there is no projectile. Examples include high-energy lasers, high-power microwave devices, and particle beam weapons. In recent years, directed energy weapons have become much smaller and lighter. Directed energy weapons have a lot of benefits that the military is finding to be very useful. For example, they are silent and, in most cases, invisible. They can also engage multiple targets at once and can fire with a nearly perfectly flat trajectory. There are now reports that say the market for directed energy weapons is worth $4.3 billion and will reach $10.1 billion by 2026, growing at a rate of nearly 19% per year. Lockheed Martin is currently installing the high-energy laser and integrated optical dazzler with surveillance, Helios, systems on U.S. Navy destroyers. The Helios system will be put on Navy destroyers so they can protect themselves from threats in the water and in the air. The U.S. Space Force is currently developing weapons to be used beyond our planet. Directed energy weapons are one area of focus. Conclusion. This wraps up our list of the top 5 military technology trends. Militaries around the world are racing to develop, test, and implement technological innovations as fast as possible. Technology solutions that enable the military to attack, as well as defend, will be critical in the years to come. Leave your comments below and let us know what technology you would have included.